How's it going, everyone? Today I'm back with a brand new episode of Psychopath. It's actually been almost a year since I filmed one of these episodes. The last one was Shepherd Mountain in Missouri, but today I'm on the Elroy Sparta Trail, probably the most famous rail trail, definitely the most famous rail trail in Wisconsin, but it is also the oldest rail trail in the country. And I'm gonna get into some exploring in 1 minute, but first I need to find where to buy a trail pass because it is $5 a day and the Elroy Trail Shop is closed. This is also the most kitted I've ever ridden a bike. I am completely loaded down. I have no idea how much this thing weighs right now. This is my State All-Road 4130 that State is letting me borrow. I'm really falling in love with this bike, and that's a problem. Let's go do some exploring. Something I did not expect to see today. Gotta watch out for furries on the trail, I guess. Okay, I gotta get this off my chest. Bikes must be walked through tunnels. Wow. Truly a unique experience. So it was built in like the 1870s. Oh, wow, found a hole. And the tornado alarm just went off. Kind of terrifying. Wow, it is actually straight up raining. All right, we are off to the races. I'm heading out of the town of Elroy right now, and I'm going north to Sparta, which is about 32.5 miles. So I'm looking at like a 70-mile day, which is not my specialty, so I hope you guys don't witness my death on camera. If I do tragically pass away on this gravel bike today, make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, trail pass information. Scan to buy daily pass. I needed to do that. All right, let's buy our trail pass. And just like that, took less than 3 minutes. Whoa! Suicide squirrel's out. It is way windier than they said it was gonna be. It's like 5-mile-an-hour gusts. I'm just riding into a headwind this first 3.5 miles, so I think I'm in for a long day. But sun is out and it's gonna warm up to like high 50s. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice day. First couple miles is pretty standard gravel trail. It's not anything special. This is just crushed limestone, but the trail is gonna get pretty spicy. Once it does, I think it's gonna stay spicy for a while. As you can see, I got my headlamp, bar mounted light going off the trail there. We're gonna go through some really cool tunnels. That should be fun. Looks like a beaver's dragging his fat ass through here. Man, he's busy. Look at, looks like he's got another trail right there.
The Elroy Sparta Trail is a 33-mile Wisconsin state recreation trail. Considered to be the first American rail trail, it opened in 1967 after the Chicago and Northwestern Railway Company abandoned the rail line in 1964. Prior to that, it was used for, you guessed it, trains. Steam locomotives to be specific. And they ran the line from 1873 all the way up until its closing in '64. The trail features incredible feats of 19th century engineering that honestly blows my mind and makes this ride super unique.
Took a little pit stop so I can get a picture of my bike with a sick ass helicopter. I've actually never been this close to a helicopter before. Looks pretty straightforward. I think I could fly it. So while I'm here, I'm kind of just scoping all of these memorials. And here's veterans from the Civil War. Chang doesn't really seem like an American Civil War name. So we got Chang Green, Chester Green, Mawson Green. Where did the Green parents come up with Chang? Little side hit historical spots are going to be the name of the game on this trail. I think there's a lot of cool little things off each side of the trail to explore. I'm going to take a look at each one that I find.
So this episode is going to be a little bit different than my previous ones. The history on the trail is very basic. I was expecting some sort of nonsense ghost tales about haunted tunnels, Bigfoot sightings, or even strange disappearances. All the things you typically hear about on an old trail as famous as this one. There's a lot of great creators that have videos on the Elroy Sparta trail that'll tell you all about the geography and terrains. But I'm going to keep it light on that side of things, because honestly I think it's kind of boring. I also don't have a guest for this ride. That could be a huge mistake, but hopefully I can entertain you enough to get you through this episode.
Western Wisconsin largest train turntable. Built 1878, park established 1985. I'm gonna throw the bike up against there and go take a look at this thing. So I imagine you pull the train in here on the tracks and it spins it around so you can reverse direction back down the tracks. Not too much to see, but interesting nonetheless. Here's another old train depot. This is the Kendall one. It's converted into some sort of museum. Uh-oh. Got trees down up ahead. All right, got our first down tree. Bike is a lot heavier, way down. You know, one thing I gotta say that I did to this bike, I'm so glad I'd put on for this ride, is this cableless dropper post. So it's just a lever. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. And it helps adjust your seat height. And it's coming real handy, and I've only done like 8 miles so far. All these bluffs along here are pretty cool. I think I'm probably gonna be riding along a lot of this for a while. There it is, the first tunnel. I'm excited for this. Hell yeah, this is so sick. Hello! Very cool in here. Okay, I gotta get this off my chest. Bikes must be walked through tunnels. You can bar hop on a snowmobile in Wisconsin, but you have to walk your bike through a tunnel. That is utterly ridiculous. If you don't feel safe riding your bike through a tunnel, then don't do it. The state of Wisconsin assumes you suck at bikes, so they want you to walk through. There's no one around except all of you watching. I'm gonna turn my light on and I'm gonna walk through. They're gonna close these doors in a couple days. That's why I'm out here. It was a mad rush to get out here before they close this up. I guess it stays between 50 and 60 degrees in here all year round, which is pretty cool. There we go. Boom. All right, let's go ride through a tunnel. Woo! Don't see any bats. Not being able to ride through that by regulation of the state of Wisconsin is ridiculous. That was the nicest part of the trail. Like literally the smoothest, no issues. I heard it gets damp and slippery in some of the ones at the end, but man, ridiculous. Why big doors? Tunnel number 1 trivia. 1,694 feet long, cost $98,000 to build, or $58 per foot, completed in 1873 after 1.5 years. For whatever reason, my legs finally decided to open up a little bit, and we're finally cruising. Got some good speed going. The way to Sparta, I'm gonna do all my filming, get a lot of it, all the side hits and everything, and on the way back, I'm gonna try and put a little power down, but I'm probably gonna be pretty dead. It says caution ahead. That's what I like to hear. Oh, it's just a bridge over the highway. Oh, this feels like a city bridge. Tried saying hi to some cows and they just weren't having it. They all ran from me. I've seen one person on the trail. This entire parking lot is full. I don't even know what town this is. All right, so we've made it to the town of Wilton. I honestly don't know where that is on the map. There's a trail kiosk over there, but I'm not even gonna go look. Please do not climb on Caboose. That's a bummer. I want to go up there. Is it seriously closed for the season? It's not even November. I have to pee. I gotta pee. All right, I noticed I am doing a slight grade uphill, which means that I'm probably getting close to tunnel number 2. From what I understand, these are 3% grades. They're pretty gradual, but it was almost too much for steam engine locomotives back in the day.
One little history nugget about the area that I found super interesting comes from Fort McCoy, which is a very nearby army installation. At the beginning of World War II, it was briefly used as a concentration camp for Japanese, German, and Italian American citizens considered to be potential enemy aliens. After they were moved out, it was used to house POWs from all the Axis powers. Although there were never any successful escapes, several Japanese soldiers briefly escaped but were recaptured in Winona and West Salem, which means they would have had to cross over the Elroy Sparta rail line in their escape.
Whew. Hi guys. Definitely thought I was getting yelled at there. Seen like 2 people on the whole trail, and then at the end of the second tunnel, there's just a huge group of people. Luckily, no trail Karens yet. Hopefully that means everyone thinks the rules are a bit dumb. Honestly, coming down that little hill into this tunnel was the most dangerous part of the trail. Loose gravel, super deep, a little bit of mud at the bottom. Walk your bikes through the tunnels though. Should probably start doing some taint management. Maybe stand up and pedal for a little bit. The only thing is, I've never ridden with one of these top 2 bags before, and it makes standing and pedaling a little goofy, but I am glad I got this thing. It's the Rock Bros top 2 bag off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. This looks like an old train depot, pretty big one too. Let's take a break here and see what we can find. It's a cool little spot. Abandoned cheese co-op. Very Wisconsin. Haribo gummy bears. Best trail snack. The tornado alarm just went off. It's a Friday. I feel like they usually test those on Wednesday. Kind of terrifying. All right, we're turning her off. The trail's climbing again. That can only mean one thing. Tunnel 3 is coming up real soon. Uh-oh. Old historical marker, what is this? Tri Creek Watershed Project. Floodwater retarding dam. I wonder how high this water really gets, because they built it up pretty high. Interesting. I don't know if it needs like a historical marker. This is U.S. Department of Agriculture, 1975. Kind of sucks that I missed all this stuff falling. I bet I missed it by like a week or two. That was the goal, was to get a bunch of colors in here. Some of it's still up, but yeah, forests like this, this would have been gorgeous with all the colors up. So this is one of the things I wanted to check out the most. This is the famous stone flume. I'm actually pretty surprised at how many locals don't realize this is here, but this is a big irrigation channel right along the trail. And yeah, it's really, really interesting. So I believe this was also built in the 1870s. And it is something to see. Some very European looking shit. Man, this is a huge highlight for me. This stone flume is super cool. Glad I got to see it, but now it's time to get back to riding. We've got a few more miles to Sparta. Damn. That is a carcass. Jeez. Ooh. Could be wolves. There's definitely wolves around these parts. How's it going, guys? Good, how are you? Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry. Wow, it is actually straight up raining in this tunnel. Tunnel number 3 is wild. This is really cool in here. This tunnel is almost 3/4 of a mile long. It was blasted with dynamite. There's supposed to be bats in here, but I don't see any. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the wall right here has this cut. And it indents into the wall. And this is actually for back in the day when a train was coming, if you were walking through here, you just hop in this little closet. Wow. Truly a unique experience. I don't know what else to say. That was really cool. All right, I'm starting to get a little worried. I started at like 9. It's 1:30 now. And I have about 5 miles to Sparta to go. Gets dark. Well, should say it's completely dark by like 6:30 now. So the way back, I need to really dip. I spent a lot of time just digging around and filming, and it's time to start putting some speed down and cranking out some miles. I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat once we get to Sparta, and then it's off to the races. Gonna have to put some power down to get back before dark.
Without a doubt, the most interesting thing I learned about the trail is the story of the buried bridges of Monroe County. In 2017, 2 photographs were donated to the County Historical Room depicting 2 giant railroad trestle bridges somewhere in the Sparta vicinity. These trestles look like something you'd see out west in the 1800s, so naturally the mystery stunned local historians. In a bizarre twist, the historians learned the bridges actually still exist, and they were hidden right under our tires all along. Between 1902 and 1907, fill, made primarily of dirt and rocks, was dropped off the sides of the bridges by dump cars and then tampered down, completely concealing the steel girders. When I rode this section of the trail, it's very obvious that something is different. You do feel like you're riding on a land bridge of some sort. The height is actually pretty extreme and out of place. I tried to look for evidence of the bridge myself, but didn't want to waste too much time because I was already so far behind schedule. If you want to check it out for yourself, explore around Kapok Road, a couple miles south of Sparta.
All right, I have made it to Sparta. Not feeling super amazing, but I'm gonna go grab some food and hopefully that changes the game. Got a long ride back.
The Culver's Report is something we've been adding to our mountain bike trail videos, but I figured it worked perfectly here. Andy and I really need to come up with the official scale guidelines, but I'm giving this Culver's a 4 out of 5 cheese curds, based on its 1.2 mile distance from the Sparta trailhead.
All right, so I just got a couple calories over at Culver's. Now I'm going to be heading back to Elroy. It is 2:51, and I really hope I make it back before dark. It's gonna be pushing it for sure. I've been riding into the wind for so long, I almost don't even know what it's like not to anymore. The pedaling is so much easier, and I really hope the wind carries me back to Elroy.
On the trip back, I noticed this abandoned industrial building that I didn't see on the ride up. What was creeping me out was this fan that was just spinning like crazy. Upon further inspection, it was literally just the wind blowing through it, no power at all. I didn't have a ton of time, but I gave the spot a quick look around. This is where having a guest would have really came in handy, because I wanted to take a few more urban exploring risks, but decided it wasn't in my best interest. I also hit this trailside shack that I missed on the way up. It was a neat little rest stop next to the stone flume that I showed you earlier. Inside it had a small collection of historical photos and information, as well as a wide variety of dick drawings scribbled on the walls.
All right, I've got about 8 miles until I'm back to my truck. I'm ready for this to be over. It's been a hell of a day exploring. It's the second biggest day I've had in the saddle. Done 1 century and I haven't even really come close since then. I was like 3 years ago or something.
As I inched closer and closer to the finish line, a lot of emotions were hitting me. Not because I did something extraordinary. I did challenge myself quite a bit, and I really had pizza on my mind to make things worse. But it's the overwhelming anxiety of the season. I did this episode alone, not because I couldn't find a guest, because I actually wanted to be alone. The transition from fall to winter is always tough on me. I feel like I lose a good chunk of my identity when the snow flies. I have to say goodbye to the sports I love for several months. So for me, this is a way to get out and challenge myself one last time before the real challenge begins. As I sit here editing now, it's 10 degrees and snowing. I'm not sure where or when I'll ride next, but I do know that I can't wait to get out there again and hit the trails with all my friends, and hopefully come back with better videos than ever. Brighter days are inevitably ahead, and I'll see you in 2025.
Oh my God. I did it. I freaking did it. I'm so tired. And I want pizza so bad. Just pizza. And an energy drink. I know it's late. It's like 6 o'clock. But I want an energy drink. We did it. It was a big day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think I can do to make this series even better. I'll see you next time.